for someone, they're on the way.
We're going to be starting soon.
Which house is it?
We're going to be starting soon. Thanks for hanging out.
Wailing and crying comes closer still. It's on our street today. The roll of the dice becomes a knocking. Takes one more away. For all of the careful planning. Never thought it could end this way.
Almost there.
I just want to say I love you. Make sure you feel it every day.
We'll be starting here in just a moment. Thank you for hanging out.
If today had been my last chance. It's just something I wanted to
Looking forward to it. Thanks. We're going to talk about all the things. Give me one more minute here.
Today is not my time to go.
I'm going to get my head right, you know? I got to...
Grace has brought us another day.
If I'm here talking about hula, I got to at least get my head right. Right? Right.
What would I leave unsaid?
Oh my God. That's House of Lost. That was so good. Ah, Jesus Christ, those guys are good. No pun intended.
What would I leave behind? I just want to say I love you.
Don't mind the torch.
If today had been my last chance. That's just something I wanted to
I'm gonna put out a video like that video that you're watching, but the one with the actual sound, because it is so good. Just everything about that entire video is like all my footage. I'm gonna put out a lot of the footage, or basically all the footage. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna have a little coughing party here in a second, and then we'll start, right? Don't mind the beeps and the bloop bloop. That just means it's time. It's just time. Where's the thing that I was looking for? All right, here we go. I got notes. I'm a professional, ladies and gentlemen.
called to say I love you. Make sure you feel it
Every day.
as if today had been my last chance.
Hey, Kilt Man, what up, dude?
It's just something
Spinning booty. Oh, there was a lot of spinning booty over there.
I just want to say I love you. Make sure you feel it every day. As if today had been my last chance.
Holy shit. Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, man. Gotta get my head right for, no, I actually make money doing this shit, buddy. We are not the same. Don't you start with me, motherfucker. Anyway, string cheese incident. Ladies and gentlemen, Sirens, one of my favorite songs by this band. They're so good. They're so fucking good. But anyway, let's get started, shall we? Let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hold on. Boom. Hey, there you are. There I am. Let's clean some of this up. Boom. Aha. And I'm going to move this a little bit up. A little bit. There we go. Maybe a little over that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2025 HULAWEEN recap brought to you by me, Zwain. This is my fifth year, the fifth year at Swanee River Music Park. It's, I'll tell you, my favorite time of the year. Every year, I make it a point to tell my friends, my family, my clients, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. The last week of October, that is not happening in the premises of Spirit of the Swanee Music Park. So we are watching behind me through green screen technology. We are watching my videos from my footage for basically almost a week, total of 4.5 days of shenanigans, and I was able to be a part of it. There were some changes, and in the security was definitely different. They did not exactly, I don't know. They didn't have the hula spirit that I am so used to. The HULAWEEN spirit that I am so used to. I'm actually, give me a second here. I'm trying to share this to the pertinent groups. You know what I'm saying? So give me a second. Group HULAWEEN. Starting the chat. There we go. We'll just, invite some people. Why not? And the security was definitely palpably different. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely one of those things that I was not expecting, because last year they were pretty chill. You know what I'm saying? They were but again, I heard that it was a different group that was doing the security. So many of them were not chill. Not all of them. All of them, at least for me, for the most part, there were probably two that I would say were a little bit more aggressive, or a little bit more, I don't know, like they didn't want to be there, I guess. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what their life is like. So, yeah, I just kept it moving, because most of the time I was thankfully treated well the entire time. There was a bit of a mix-up with tickets and stuff like that, but that was just because of weird timing, and I'm not going to blame them for that, so... but I heard, for instance, that my experience with security was fairly mild by comparison. For what I understand, there was an instance with a security person yelling at the festival. That was a bit unnerving. But before we get into all of that, I want to go into the good stuff, because to me, the good stuff is what matters. And the good stuff, for me at least, is the bands. I go there for the people as much as I do the bands. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. And it's one of those things that I am I'll buy the blind pre-sale, because I know that I'm gonna find some music I like, and it's gonna be fine. So that's usually the mentality I go into it. I go, hey, who is all going? Are my friends going? And even if my friends aren't going, I'll just go, because I feel like going. I'm not going to miss hula, no matter if I can do it. If I can make it, I'm going to be there every year. So, but I'm going to start off with the good stuff. My favorite sets in no particular order, because, and I am sure I missed some. I'm also going to go through what the ground score, not the ground scores, but the trinkets that I was given throughout the fest. So shout out to all of you that gave me that. I got some from the VIP car. I got some from my next door neighbor was selling some really cool Really cool stuff. So that was awesome. And then I also got I got 2 Jesus. Anyway, we'll go over that later. And I got a really cool one, like my favorite one. And if that dude's listening, I don't remember his name, and I do have his number, but I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah, let's go through the sets first. So my favorite sets in no particular order. DJ Pee Wee had an amazing throwback set. That set made me, oh God, it was too good. It was too good. It was all throwbacks from the 70s to the 90s. They got into some hip. It was really good. He did some of his own stuff, but I jump around a lot. I jump around to all of the different sets. So DJ Pee Wee Disco Biscuits was fun as always, and I'm going through it after looking at the lineup because I didn't really write anything down. I just kind of pulled the camera out and did that. But anyway, so Disco Biscuits were so much fun as always. Oma, I don't know if it's Oma or OMA, but Oma, they were a band out of England, and they were really, really good. They got shut down on, I want to say, Thursday night, right after soundcheck at Camp Reddit, right next to where I was camping. And it was because they had some issues with it. That was the other thing that was going on with security and with the noise ordinance. Normally, Renegade stages are allowed to go on, and that was not happening. And I don't know what the deal was with that, but it was not cool. So Oma did their sound check, and as soon as they did their sound check, they got taken down. Like the cops, I guess, came out and whatever. Hold on, I'm checking something here. Hey, I'm gonna put that in there and see if that shows up. Did it show up? Oh, good. Okay, it's all working. I'm good. I'm just making sure that things are working here. So Oma played an amazing set. They actually played at the amp stage, and that was perfect for them. That was so good. They did a 90s hip hop tribute set that was insane. A lot of hip hop tribute sets, which I was actually kind of happy about. I was not upset about that. Normally I'm upset about that because everybody's playing the same stuff, but everybody was playing different stuff. Everybody was paying homage to different areas of hip hop. Oma actually went around the country, did some East Coast and West Coast stuff. That was awesome. So yeah, that was great. Arc de Soleil was someone that I did not expect was going to be a really good show because I'd never heard of them. Normally, I've never heard of bands that show up to HULAWEEN. I probably know about 20% of the bands, maybe 30% of the bands. So Jade Cicada, for instance, I know of Jade Cicada, but I thought Jade Cicada was a chick. Apparently, it's a dude. And that's the other thing. You never know if you've never heard of it, you don't know if it's a dude or a chick or a band or a DJ or what it is. Like Future Joy, for instance. Future Joy was amazing. But when I first heard of Future Joy, they played the Reddit stage, and that was in 2022. They played the Reddit stage. The next year they played Wooksville, and the next year they played the Amp stage, which, by the way, favorite stage in all of HULAWEEN, and it's it's embedded. It's part of the land, so that kind of makes it a lot cooler too. So you had so Jade Cicada was great. Future Joy was fantastic as always. They're so good. If you see them in your town, you got to check them out. It's a duo, a saxophonist, and she is. I guess that they're both. I guess he's a multi-instrumentalist, and so is she. She's a singer and a producer. And anyway, they're a music group. It's one of those things where it's not just guitars, bass, piano, and drums anymore. And they are phenomenal. They're very hype. They're very party. It's great. They do remixes of popular songs, which is great too. So that's pretty awesome. As far as some of the main sets, let's see. Glass Beams I had never heard of, but they reminded me of they have this Middle Eastern guitar sound, and they reminded me of that band Crumgum. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The festival goers know what I'm talking about. It starts with a K, and they sound like Glass Beams. Anyway, they are insane. They were so good. Um, Parcels was a good follow up to them because it was just like it was so I wouldn't call Glass Beams heavy, but I wouldn't call them light either. I would call Parcels very light and melodic and just a very beautiful music. Perfect music for like chilling after so much high energy music, because it was Saturday night, which is the main set, and the main set is it's one of those like the best way that I could explain HULAWEEN in general is not only is it I think my buddy called it Disney for children, Disney for adults, Disney for children. It's Disney for adults, and not only is it Disney for adults, but it's also like I feel very similar, like, you know, I guess I'm an atheist, so whatever. Spiritually, for the lack of a better term, I feel the same way that I did when I went to Christian camp, except not doing Christian things, other than dressing up like Jesus a lot. I dress up like Jesus when it's warm, and I dress up like Maui from Moana when it's hot, and that's just, you know, because it fits. If you have another idea for a costume for me, I will consider it. It has to fit aesthetically. It has to fit me, like, you know, and it also has to be like conducive to being comfortable. I'm not carrying a lot of shit. Like a hook from Maui, that's about as much carrying shit as I'm gonna do. You know, Jesus has a couple of keffiyehs, and I always wear those because keffiyehs are great. Shout out Free Palestine. And there was a Palestinian acknowledgement at the House of Lost, which was great. So big fan of that. Let's see here. J-Rad, continuing. J-Rad, every couple of years, J-Rad shows up and they kill it. They are perfect for like a Sunday set for me. They're a lot of fun. A lot of hippies dancing and stuff. It's very cool, man. Just a really nice time, a nice wholesome time, as wholesome as you could have in a place like that. Let's see. Disco Lines was great, and I expected them to be more full, just because that song "No Broke Boys" is fucking everywhere. Like I play it twice a month at this point, because it's requested, and so I figured they were going to be the big draw, but it turns out Zed's Dead was way more packed than Disco Lines, which I found interesting. Diggable Planets. Diggable Planets was a bucket list band for me to see, and I am so friggin' glad I got to see them. They were so good. A blast from the past. I mean, I grew up listening to them, so this was definitely a bucket list show. I'll be playing some Diggable Planets this weekend at West End. Hashtag shameless plug. I'll be at West End tomorrow, Saturday at 10 p.m. So hopefully I see you there. Frank Moody is going to be at Pigeons is going to be here, but Frank Moody was one of the best sets of the weekend for me, hands freaking down. It was so good. They're just so funky. They're so funky, and I've never heard them talk, so I didn't know they were British. Or at least one of them is Brit. One of the guys on the mic was British, so I guess they're British. I have no idea. Pigeons playing ping pong. If you ever get a chance to see them, if you are into funky music, you have to check out Pigeons playing ping pong. I've seen them, I don't know, 5 times at this point, and I'm super glad that they are coming to Sanford in a couple of months. So I think in March. Maybe no, it's definitely March. It can't be November because we're in November now. Zed's Dead playing at the same time as Parcels was a lesson in contrast, because you had Parcels, which was just like the perfect music to just look up into the sky and like watch the lights, and like it was just a perfect chill time, because the rest of Saturday night is wild. So you go over to Zed's Dead over at the amp stage, and holy crap, that was That was a fantastic set. He did a great remix of Closer, and the lights at the amp stage are always on point. Tape B and Mersive doing a back-to-back. Oh my god, dude. That was great. And then Mersive and did a set, and then so I think it was Mersive and then Tape B, or Tape B and then Mersive. Or Tape B, I think it was like Tape B started, then Mersive came in, and then they did a back-to-back, or they did a co-DJ set, excuse me. And then they went from that to Mersive playing the closing set, I think. West End was there. Speaking of West End was there, and that never disappointed. Mary Drop-Ins was amazing and perfect for the amp stage. So that was a lot of fun. Wonky Willa was another one of my favorite sets. Perfect for the Hollow stage, and I really liked his visuals. His visuals were a lot of fun. I like normally I'm not into the gimmicky stuff like that, but he really, like the Wonky Willa, Willy Wonka kind of thing. That's pretty dope. I was a big fan. Oh shit, what is it doing? Oh god, hold on. Why is it not looping? Hold on. This thing is supposed to be looping. What is going on here? Hold on. Where's my browser? No. What is happening? Hold on. No. HULAWEEN recap. Nope, not that one. This one right here. Okay, so we need to... Can we, Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fix it this way. Boom. No? It's not gonna... Oh my gosh. Hold on. Is it starting? I think it restarted. Did it restart? I think everything restarted. I think we're back. Are you going? What are you doing here? What are you doing, bud? Not you. This one. Custom. I'm gonna have to edit this in post. This is annoying. Do not shut down. Okay, so maybe if I deactivate it and reactivate it? Huh. Alright, let's find a local file. And boom, we're going to just use that. And let's see if that works. What the hell? That's not what I wanted. This is the one I wanted. There we go. Jesus Christ. This is... Hold on. And let's go ahead and turn this into full screen. There we go. And one more. Boom. Perfect. And now we're back. We're back. Back at it like a crack addict. All right, here we go. Let's do this. What's next here? Yeah, so Wonky Willow was really awesome. Dr. Fresh. The first time I've heard of Dr. Fresh was actually with a Tape B back-to-back that he did at Times Square with Tape B. And it sounded awesome. It was a great set. So obviously I had to check him out. He was at the amp stage, which is, again, favorite stage at Swanee. So it was energetic. It was insane. He kept picking up the wrong mic for some reason, but at the end of it, he fixed it. I think he might have thrown the microphone. I'm not sure. But he was perfect sound for the amp. The amp stage is very good for really heavy music and really big party. It's a very good party place, I guess you could say. Let's see here. Elenium was eh. I will tell you this. Elenium, and people are not going to like me saying this, But here's my issue. He was good for Hula. He was fine for HULAWEEN. Perfectly fine for HULAWEEN, right? But what he was not fine for was that stage in particular. That stage in particular was not for him. And here's what I mean by that. He is very his music is very generic. I've always found him to be pretty generic dubstep, but I can get over that. If you're in the Hula spirit and you come in, you know, happy to be there and like happy to like, you know, and I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't happy to be there, but like Anderson .Paak wore a nun costume. Everybody in that band, Indiggable Planets, dressed up. And I can get over, I can get over the fact that you didn't dress up for HULAWEEN. I could even get, I don't like it. I'm not a fan that you, for Halloween, you're on the main stage at HULAWEEN and you're out here not dressing up. Okay, fine. But if you're gonna do that, at least don't wear your own merch on stage. This guy had a big Millennium emblem on his chest and a backwards hat, and like, and that in contrast to, I don't know, the Saturday Night Cheese set, which was literally the best set they've done since 2021. Since 2021, they did the best set, in my opinion. So, yeah, so I mean, he shows up on his stage. Yeah, I was not a fan of that. And I'm also mad they used basically all of the fireworks for him instead of Cheese. I mean, like, Cheese deserved more fireworks. And the reason that they didn't get better, that it wasn't as good as 2021, is because 2021 had fireworks and it had the animals floating through the crowd. But they did have performers at front of house, and they had performers like there was a lot of suspension, a lot of rope suspension, which was really awesome. It looked really good. I was very impressed with the set. They did just a phenomenal job. Like, I was the set that they did in 2021 is the only set that I can think of that was more Instagrammable, I guess you could say. That was like it was just so good. That picture of the animals floating through the crowd made it 2 or 3 years at least, and it was just great. Let's see. Now the changes in security, like I said, were palpable. There were. I heard that medical was top notch, and thank God. But also that some of the volunteers were new, not in medical, but in other places. There were some of the medical or some of the volunteers, I should say, were not from previous years, because I guess the new rules or whatever, they didn't want people from the old guard, I guess. I don't know how true any of that is. All of that stuff is hearsay from what I understand, but I am super lucky that I get to go hang out at those places, that I get to hang out at that park, and that HULAWEEN is so close to my house. But the cheese set, like I said, best in the last few years. There were no big inflatables. And the House of Lost. Oh my God, dude. The House of Lost. So the House of Lost was amazing as usual. They had Seta Play, which is a punk band out of, I believe, Venezuela. But they're amazing. I love those guys. They were the backing band for the co-defendants for I don't know if they still are, but anyway, they're part of the co-defendants family. And so very cool that they played there again. They also... House of Lost had an emo night that was also really, really good. I am mad I didn't make it to the setup performance, but I did make it to the midnight mass, where there was a rope suspension to System of a Down, and a couple other songs, as well as a poem read by a Palestinian woman, and it's the poem called "If I Die," and it's by a Palestinian child, I believe, a girl. And so, yeah, I was in the crowd dressed as Jesus, ironically enough, with wearing two keffiyehs, because you wanna cover your face sometimes with all that dust. But yeah, it was very very intentional. So let's see here. Yeah, I was rocking the two keffiyehs, and at the end of it, it's a very touching poem. If you get the chance, look up the poem "If I Die." I can't remember the author. But I was in the crowd, and when they were at the end of it, she exclaimed, "Free Palestine and glory to the martyrs," and that was very heavy time for me to like just hear that on a stage in a place that like I hold so dear. So I was really just overall, man, I was very, very happy with it. Shout out to all of the people that were that did it, that were part of it, that were responsible for the event. To the people, you know what, I want to say this, because to the people who keep saying they're never coming back and blah 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 blah, I'm sure we'll see some of you next year. And to the Hula staff, everybody from Paul to Berg to the medical to all the artists to the media team. The media team, bro, those guys are ninjas. Y'all are ninjas. Like, you took pictures, and I was there for that. Where were they? And so yeah, no, they are on point. So shout out to the media team, and honestly, shout out to the people picking up trash. Oh my god, and I love the fact that the Hula family, like the HULAWEEN family, is so like expressive about their gratitude toward people that are picking up the trash and cleaning the porta potties and the locksmiths, and I mean just everybody that is making the place better and safer and more sanitary, and less dusty. The people running around with the water, and I have to say this, those guys are the MVPs of the MVPs. And before I say this last part, I will say that I lucked out with a VIP upgrade, and that was really nice. So thank you to who got it hooked up, and also big up to George, my VIP shuttle homie, who came by and just he made sure that I was taken care of all night. It was just like, hey man, I'm here. Can you hook me? And he came by and picked me up and took me. Yeah, like it just the coolest dude. So shout out George from Boston. He is the man. Last year I had a dude named Knox do something similar. He was just like, here, take my number, man. Let's hang out. And so we hung out after and stuff like that. I got to see, to hang out with just random strangers, man. I got hugs from people driving the VIP shuttle. Dude, it is such a fucking hippie fest, man. But I as much as I give it shit, give hippies shit, there's always the bad apples. There's always bad apples in every scene, and but most of the people that I encounter, I'm serious. I'm talking a good 90% of the people that I encounter at HULAWEEN are just the absolute sweetest people, to the point that there was a guy that kind of like mouthed off to one of the VIP people, one of the VIP drivers. She was like, hey, are you VIP? And he was like, does it look like I'm VIP? And I was just like, and I was just getting, I got heated. I didn't say anything because I was like, Let me see if he, and he was cool. He was fine. I think he was just like frustrated, which is fine. And that's the other thing. People, there's a lot of grace being given, and this is why I'm saying it reminds me so much of like almost summer camp at church. You know, like that's the kind of like almost vibe that I would get, but you know, minus all the hypocrisy and bullshit. Everybody's kind of like, you know what? It's whoever you are. You come as you are for real, not joking, like for real, come as you are. So yeah, so that's my experience for Hula 2025. I believe that the sets were phenomenal. And I think that the lineup was not the best lineup that they've had since I've seen better lineups so far. My favorite lineup so far in all 5 years was probably 2021. Last year was the lineup was solid. I mean, Corey Wong. I mean, who can go wrong with Corey Wong? And they brought Corey Wong and the Fearless Flyers. Like, they knocked it out of the park last year. And I have to talk about the inflatable hula sign. The inflatable freaking hula sign. Holy crap, dude. Okay, I was not impressed with the inflatable hula sign. So, like, I want to be fair. Most, like I said, everything that I am saying in this thing is reflective of how I really feel. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Because I feel like I should be real. But I also am partial to the place. I am partial to the land. Oh, by the way, shout out to Joe Donnelly and the crew at Spirit Lake. That Oracle was dope. I don't care if it freaked anybody out. It's supposed to. It's HULAWEEN. Fucking figure it out. But Spirit Lake, my God, dude. Spirit Lake looks so good. Look at that. Like, everything was so top-notch. I smoked a J out in laying down in front of the lake, watching the handiwork of some of the most phenomenal light and sound people in the country. And oh my gosh, it was magical. It was absolutely magical. I can't, like I said, things that I would change, things that I would do different, things that I would maybe bring back OG people that like some of the old crew that kind of knows the culture, including security. Bring back Dance Safe, maybe. I don't know. Bring back Frick Frack Blackjack. Would love that. Would love to see that. But you know, like, to any festival, this is what I'll close with, because there's so much stuff that I like. There are a few things that I would change. Yes, the VIP footprint was definitely an issue in my opinion. But so fine, to all of the this is not just to Hula, but to any festival. I implore you to take care of your GA people. It's fine. It's fine to have some extra perks for some extra dough, because like, you know, I get that. But the real diehards will suffer through porta potties. They'll suffer through walking 1,000,000 miles and even less than pleasant security. But once you start taking stuff away from GA and making it VIP only, you're going to piss off your base and ultimately kill the fest. So that's what I would give. That's the only piece of advice that I would give. Aside from that, you guys are fucking awesome. You guys know how to put together a fest. Anything else that I would give as input is merely my own taste. But like, last year, by the way, Tipper. How did I forget Tipper? Last year was a solid set. So to be fair, last year was a solid enough set that it was hard to beat. I believe Lettuce was there that year too. Lettuce didn't play this year, did they? Anyway, let's close it out with some trinkets that I got. Okay, so I got 2 Jesus pieces. Not to be confused with Reese's Pieces, because they're not edible. I got a couple of stickers. There was a dude that was passing these by on, I believe, Sunday. Why am I showing it to the microphone? I'm an idiot. You can tell that I'm a little bit ripped. Here we go. Let me see. Let me find the. What else did I? So okay. Let's start with the Jesus pieces. So we got one Jesus piece, and then we got two Jesus piece, right? And then we got. Let's see what else we got. We got a little turtle, a little turtle, little. Can you see that? You see that turtle? That's a turtle. It's a little cool little turtle. Oh, we got this whoop shit. This little sticker. This nice little sticker, designed by one of the dudes out there. Shout out, dude, from Sunday. From Sunday at JRAD. I believe he gave that to me at Joe Russo's Almost Dead. And I got this custom HULAWEEN 2025 made by a concert goer, a HULAWEEN goer. This well, I'll wait. I'm going to save this one for last because this one's actually very special. It was really, really nice. And I'm not allowed to say who gave it to me because they're not on social media. And they do not want to be revealed. So, had a really good conversation with him. Very cool. Know nothing about the guy. Barely remember his name. But gave me something really cool that was very custom that he made with his homies. So, shout out to him. But then I got another, this little thing. This little fish. This little green fish thing. That was pretty dope. And then, little mushroom thing. I think I got this one from one of the VIP shuttle people. They were just like, hey, here, have one. This thing I bought from my neighbor. It's made out of wood, and it says Hula 2025. So that was pretty dope. Let's see here. I was given this while I was dressed as Moana. So Maui from Moana. That was pretty cool. And then, what else was I given here? Oh, this little finger thing. I was given this while I was at, I think, Frank Moody. I think it was at Frank Moody. So that was really cool. And then, I was given this sticker. Hula 2025. The dude designed. These guys designed it. It was a group of like four bros. They seemed very kind of. He seemed like kind of a dude that grew up with with bros, or maybe it has been broed up, I guess. But he has a bro trip with the with just the guys. And they made these little trinkets that they only gave to certain people because this is not cheap. It's heavy. And it says, Happy Hula from Black Adam and B-Cap. I'm assuming that's not their government names. Yeah. And so it says, Happy Hula. And it's this. And it's a pin that has an actual, like a diamond in the middle. Now, I don't know if it's cubic zirconium or if it's one of those like lab-grown diamonds or if it's fake, but it looks really cool and it's very, very awesome. So, I'm very, very thankful for these. I have like little Ziploc bags with all of the trinkets that I've been given for every HULAWEEN. So, these are going to go in the HULAWEEN 2025. Oh, and then my buddy Amit, shout out to Amit. Yeah, he gave me a little Rubik's Cube. A little Rubik's Cube. It's not, I don't think it's, oh, it is, is it functional? Holy shit, it's functional. Oh, dude, thanks, Amit. You're the man. So yeah. Oh, dude, how could I forget? Shout out to the freaking Shire. I showed up and part of the Shire was there. So Ryan, Jessica, and like everybody from Miami, and like just, oh my gosh, so many great people. So many great people. Amit was there. Mark was there. Who else was there? So many fucking people. Oh my God. I ran into so many people. There were a few people that weren't there. There were a few people that weren't there that were normally, and hopefully we will see them next year. But, you know, that was a great time. I'm very glad, very happy that that we got yet another beautiful. I did that. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing this all on the fly. So here we go. But yeah, no. Thank you to the entire HULAWEEN crew for making it magical as per usual. And honestly, I'll see you guys next year. Peace.
Oh, yeah. Taking a long ride in the summer with some good friends to a special spot where we can jump in. Okay, the girls ahead charging up the footpath. You and I hang back and have a good laugh. Sweat glistens and it gleams on your tan skin. Jump